My name is Miss Caroline from the Coolidge Corner Library, and I am so happy that you have joined me today for this Craft Along Junior video. This video goes along with our February Craft Along Junior kits, which are dragons. So we are going to work together to make a very fun dragon with the materials that you received in your Craft Along Junior kits. If you did not receive a Craft Along Junior kit, either you missed the sign-ups or you're on the waiting list, do not worry. All of these materials are very simple to find either in your home or a local craft store. So you are welcome to watch the video along and follow along using your own materials from your own home. But why don't we get started? So if you have your Craft Along kit, here we have it here. Open it up and let's take a look and see what we have inside. So here we go. We have 3 pieces of construction paper. We have an envelope of stickers. We have a baggie with 8 feathers. We have a glue stick, and we have our Craft Along contents card, which shows you all of the different items that are included in your kit. It also points out that there is one thing that you are going to need, which is not supplied for you, and that is a pair of scissors. And some of you may also need a responsible adult to go along with those scissors. So you're going to need those 2 things in addition to the items that are supplied in your kit. Fantastic. So what you're going to do first, I recommend that you decide what construction paper you want to use to make your dragon's face first. So you can choose yellow or red or blue. I've already made one dragon with a blue face, so I think I'm going to make a red-faced dragon next. And you can make this as simple or as complex as you would like. I'm going to make a very simple dragon face, I think. Actually, let me draw. I'm going to do that. I want him to look there we go. This is a very simple dragon. All right, fantastic. So I'm going to cut this out. And again, you can make your dragon as simple or as complex as you would like. I decided to do a little bit fancier this time because I did make such a simple dragon for my sample for you, but I thought it might be fun to go along with a different route. You will find that you have plenty of paper included in your kit to make multiple dragons if you would like. So please feel free to test out a couple of different faces and see what you prefer. There we go. All right, so that's a nice little dragon face. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cut out the strips of paper that we are going to use to make our dragon's body. So what I recommend that you do, there are 2 different techniques. I am going to do the simplest one, but I will also tell you about the other one as well. If you would like, if you want to be super accurate, you can always take a pin and any straight edge and use it to trace the strips of paper where you will cut them. So if you wanted, you could say trace lines like this, this, and this, so that you will know where to cut. That is not my preferred method, however. What I prefer to do is to make accordion folds, because this will make it easier for us to make sure that all of the strips of paper are the same size. So what you're going to do is you're simply going to fold the piece of paper there. So you have your first fold right here. Then you're going to flip it over and make another fold. And doing it this way, it is very simple to make sure that all of the strips are the same measurements as each other, because you are always going to be using that first fold as your standard of measurement. So that way everything will be very equal and very clear for you once you get to the cutting out stage. Here we go. So now we have our folds. And just for now, because I know this is going to make so many strips, I'm not going to go all the way to the end. But if you want to make an extra long dragon, you can fold all the way down so that you have those additional strips. But because we are folding 3 different pieces of paper on top of each other, you will have plenty of paper to make even more dragons if you decide that you would like to make more than one. So the great thing about accordion folds is now that I have made those folds, I am using the folds as cutting guides. So I don't even have to worry about finding a pen or a pencil to trace where I want to cut. I'm just cutting along the folds that I made in the piece of paper. Here we go. And this is going to make lots and lots of links for our dragon body. Here we go, all set. All right. So what you might want to do at this stage is take your stickers packet and open it up. Inside you will find some glittery star stickers and 2 eye stickers. And just for fun and satisfaction, I'm going to go ahead and stick those eye stickers onto my dragon. There we go. Excellent. Now we have our glittery stickers. You might want to, you can either put the glittery stickers on before you make the chain on your dragon or after you make the chain on your dragon. I'm going to make the chain first and stick the stickers on last, but if you would like at this stage, you can just cover up your strips of paper with your stickers before you begin to glue the pieces of paper together. Alrighty, excellent. So now you're going to get the glue stick that was in your package and you're going to make a paper chain. You probably have lots and lots of experience making paper chains already, but just in case you don't, I'll walk you through it. All you need to do is put a dot of glue at one end of a strip of paper. So for example, you would put a dot of glue here. And then if you are adding on to a chain that you have already made, just make sure to stick that strip of paper inside the previous chain, the previous link, and then you squish and squish and squish the 2 ends together so that you make this nice chain. And I'm just going to speed through making links and chaining them together. You can make this dragon as long as you would like. for it to be. You can make a super long dragon by using all of the strips of paper that you have just cut out, or you can make a couple of different shorter dragons. Whatever works for you is the right thing to do. Squish, squish, squish. Doop-a-doo. You'll also, if you would like, I am making a multicolor dragon because I think that looks neat and very celebratory, but if you prefer to use only blue or only red or only yellow strips to make your dragon, that is also totally okay. There we go. Excellent, excellent. This is going to be a nice and long and ropey dragon. This is much more of an Eastern dragon than a Western dragon because the paper chain lends itself so well to that sort of very long, the long form of that style of dragon, which is very, very cool. Here we go. All right, so I think that is enough links in just this demonstration chain. But again, as you can see from the pieces of paper that I cut beforehand, there is plenty more paper for you to make as long of a dragon as you would like. All right, so now that we have glued those together, I'm going to put the cap back on my glue. We are going to use this again later, but I'm going to set it aside for now. The next thing that we are going to do is we are going to get our dragon faces and we are going to get our feathers. So I am going to show you what I think looks cool for this dragon, but you can do whatever you would like with these feathers. The first thing that you are going to do, what I recommend, is that you cut off these little pointy pokey bits at the bottom of the feather. They don't really help for the process of making your dragon, and in some cases they actually get in the way. So I recommend that you just snip these off with your scissors, and remember, if it's better for you to use the help of a grown-up when it comes to using scissors. You can always get their help so that they can do this stage of the process for you. Alrighty, excellent. So what I am going to do is I'm going to give my dragon some feathers up around where his ears would be so that he has sort of a little mane situation going on. If you would like, you can make the mane go all the way around him like this, using all of your feathers, or you can just give him some little feathers up at the top and save the others to make wings down the rest of his body. I'm going to just give him a few up top because I do like making the wings for the dragon, so I want to make sure that we have lots of feathers held back. And it actually just occurred to me, I'm going to try something out. I think what I would like to do, I'm going to see if I can cut one of these feathers in half so that I can kind of get the best of both worlds and have both a mane for my dragon and all of the feathers for the wings that I really enjoy. So I'm going to do that. And you see what I have done is I have turned my dragon upside down, or rather wrong way around. So I am gluing these feathers onto the back of the dragon so that when you look at it from the front, you get a very different effect. I don't really want for people when they see my dragon to see these sort of little pokey bits along the edge. I want them to see something much more like that, which I think is very cool. Excellent. Good. So I'm going to set this aside so it can dry a little bit more. These feathers do need some gluing, some drying time once you stick them on with glue. So looking at this, what I would like is I would like for this to be the neck where I stick the dragon's head on. So I'm going to try to put his wings maybe on this chain and on this chain. That's where I'm going to try to put his wings. So once you've snipped the pointy part off of the feather, you have a much wider base to use to stick the glue on, which is why we do that step, because it helps to affix the wings where you want them to go. So here we go. I put a little dot of glue there, so I'm going to stick this feather here for these wings. There. And then I'm going to make a dot of glue for a wing on the other side. Like this. And then I'm going to do another dot of glue here and stick another wing here. And then a dot of glue on the other side and stick another wing there. And I think, let's see, I think I want these wings in the middle to be extra strong. So I am going to put an additional feather on that link there to show that these are the stronger wings on this link here. Because this wing, if you think about it, this middle part will have it will need more support to support the weight of the dragon's body as it's in the air or in the water if it's the type of dragon that swims. And so it will be useful for the dragon to have extra strength there. Excellent. All right. And so this is going to need some time to dry. So I'm going to set it aside once this video is done so it can get extra strong as the glue hardens and adheres to the feathers and the construction paper. But there are still more steps for us to enjoy. So what we're going to do is we are going to get our glitter stickers, and you can decide where along the dragon's body you want to stick these. I have a lot of fun sticking them on the links that don't have any wings on them, just because I think it's nice for those to have that extra bit of decoration. So that is a fun way to decorate. Or you can choose to definitely put those glittery stickers on the links that already have wings on them. It is however you want to do your dragon. It's here and here, just so that it's extra shiny. Here we go. All right. And I'll do one last red one up top. Perfect. Now, if you would like, we do still have a lot of glittery stuff on the background of your sticker sheet, which you can actually use as stickers as well. So what you would want to do is cut the sticker sheet once you have removed all of the stars. Here. Cut, and you get this kind of cool kind of maple leaf shape just by cutting those squares where the corners of the stars met on the sticker sheet. And that will give you even more glittery fun things to stick onto your dragon, which I recommend doing, because extra stickers are always more fun. So here we go. So I'm just going to peel this off. Peel, peel, peel. And stick, stick, stick. Stick, stick, stick. Stick on top. Stick on top. Okay, so you get the idea. I still have lots of silvery, glittery, sticky stickers to stick on at a later time. But I think for now we kind of have the idea of what you can do with these pieces. Excellent. So now what I'm going to do, assuming that my dragon face has had enough drying time, I'm going to put some glue on the back of my dragon and stick it to the front link. And there we go. Now, you don't have to stop there. You can continue to decorate your dragon. If you take a look at the sample dragon that I made here, I also gave my dragon a tongue and some teeth, which are pretty cool and can definitely be added. So if you want to add extra things to your dragon, just hold back one of those strips of paper so that you have extra things to work on. To make the teeth, I just made some little triangle-shaped diagonal cuts at the end of a yellow strip, although of course you can use whatever color you want. Dabbed some glue on and stuck them onto the dragon, like so. Like so, and I'll do two more. As I glue these on, you can see that I'm not sticking them to the front of the dragon head, I'm sticking them underneath on the back side of the dragon head. That is because I want it to look like the teeth are coming from underneath, from the dragon's mouth, rather than just sort of are being glued onto his nose, which would be very silly for a dragon, I believe. So there we go. I'm not going to give this dragon a tongue because I think this dragon is going to be a little bit more dignified than my first dragon was. But here you go. So you can hang this in your room, or you can lay him out on your table or your dresser, just to have some fun this February. And if you celebrate Lunar New Year, happy Lunar New Year to everyone out there. If you don't celebrate, I hope that you still have lots of fun with this craft, and join me again next month for our March Craft Along Junior Kit. Goodbye, thank you.
Thank you all so much for crafting with us today. We would love to see what you made with your kit, so please feel free to share your project with us on social media using the hashtag #MakeYourOwnStory. We're also so thankful to our sponsors for helping make this project possible. The ideaSPACE program is funded by the Friends of the Brookline Public Library and the Library Trustees. If you didn't get a kit this month or would like to craft along with us again, our next reservations will open up on Eventbrite at 7 p.m. on Thursday, March 4th. From all of us here at the library, we miss you and wish you happy making.